Dope. It's a dope groove, actually.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the new year. Hey, it's time for another episode, another edition of Big Game Sports Buzz. I am your co-host, Jay Stoggs, and of course, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend. The reason why Big Game is actually in the name of the show, Big Game James. What up, dude? How you feeling?
Yo, Stoggs, what's good, man? Happy New Year again to you, brother.
Bop, 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 bop. Look, let me tell you something. Put that up real quick. Buy me a coffee. Put that up real quick.
All right, I got you.
Listen, you love the show. Help us grow. That way I don't have to keep doing the sound effects here. www.buymeacoffee.com/BigGameJames. Yeah, buy us a coffee. Definitely makes the channel grow. Look, we got some great things going on. It's so much that has happened since our last show. So you know what? We got some surprises, but let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Big Game, you ready?
Hey, let's do this, baby. It's 4 downs. Let's do what we do.
Man, 4 downs. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and click the bell so you know when we do come on. We have a lot of stuff that we do. We do vlogs. Big Game does vlogs. I'm starting to do vlogs. He does Bucks reports, and I want to make sure that I always point that out, that Big Game is out here working, y'all. Working. You know what, Ron? I'm glad to see you in the new year too, man. You know, same old Cowboys? I don't think so, but that's okay. Again, make sure that you hit us up, and we're on every platform where you subscribe: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and what's the other one, Big Game?
It's called Breaker. Yeah, Breaker. Yeah, it's something like that, man. You know, we on there doing our thing, man.
If you're on there, you know. All right. So
if you don't like looking at Jay Stoggs' face, you can at least hear his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
go check us out on Spotify and Apple.
They love looking at my face.
Hey, man, these just jokes, dog. These just jokes.
They love my face. It's all right. You know what? Let's get into it. I had something else I was going to say, but I'm going to be nice today.
I'm glad
4 downs. You know how this goes. 4 things that we've seen going on in the game of sports. Don't even make sense. In the world of sports. First down. Micha Parsons gets COVID and tweets that he let the team down. Now, here's the deal. He was seen out at a Mavericks game, no mask, no nothing, just living his best life. Contracts COVID. He is possibly out of the weekend game here. They're playing tomorrow on Saturday. Big Game, what do you think about that, though? Should he have tweeted that out? Do you feel like he let the team down?
I'm not going to say he let the team down, because you look at just the NFL in general and even your Dallas Cowboys in general, who's had COVID, how it's been going down.
Right.
But I think that speaks volumes about the player that Micha Parsons is. And so I really think because he's played the way he's played, he loves the game the way he loves the game, he feel like he let the team down in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
I'm glad we're talking on this, because this is not the last time that this is going to be visited in this show, just to kind of give you a teaser about some things coming later. But at the same time, should he feel bad? No, he shouldn't. This thing is running rampant, and it can't be stopped. Yo, big shout out to MJ. MJ, thank you for joining, man. Sit back, get ready, enjoy this ride, brother. We just talking about Micha Parsons, you know what I'm saying, and the apology that I made to his team. And you know what? I don't fault the young man, but at the same time, I commend him for saying that, because it means to me that it means something to him that he's not going to be on the field with his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the sentiment. I actually read through the threads and was saying, you know, a lot of people were really getting down on him. You know, hey, it doesn't matter anyway, and you should have known better, and yeah, you let the team down. I'm kind of that, the mindset that, look, you know the risk when you go out there, you know what's going on, and though they have lessened the days from 10 to 5, you know what's at stake. And
Right.
so did he let them down? I want to say no, but as a fan, I also want to say, bruh, you know what this is, man. I mean, this is your job. This is your livelihood. As a fan, I'm saying, I want you to be on the field, and you are our best defensive player, bar none, hands down.
Period.
Dare I say,
Yeah.
best defensive player in the league. So when you're doing that, when you're out there like that, enjoy yourself, but just take precautions, man. That's my biggest thing there. But did he let the team down? It's hard to say. I want to say no, but my
Jay,
heart of hearts as a fan,
Mhm.
yeah.
No one's gonna really say anything until the outcome of the game, and that's the part that kind of sucks. At the same time, I know, like I said, I'm gonna touch on this again, so I'm not gonna go into it deep now, man. But at the same time, you expect he 22, 23 years old, sitting around at the house. Yeah, he should be getting ready for competition, but you expect him to really sit down and not be doing anything?
No.
And as liberal and free as Texas is, shit, come on. They send the kids back to school and sending them right back home. Come on, man. So, no, he don't have to feel like he at fault. The whole damn state. This a whole show by itself, bro. So, Micha Parsons,
true indeed.
You good. Keep on keeping on, man.
Yeah.
I hope you get back soon because I don't want no excuses when the Cowboys get beat and get put out the playoffs.
All right, and on that note, let's go ahead and move to second down because I see what's about to happen here. I can see what's happening here. Second down, Packers, Cowboys, Bucks, Cardinals, all reportedly are going to start their starters in the last game of the season despite already clinching playoffs. Now, here's the deal. The question is, and this has always been a question as far as I can remember, rest versus rust. Do you keep playing your starters even though there's nothing on the line, or do you want them to keep playing to have that quote-unquote momentum but the potential of getting hurt?
Hey, man, I look at this two ways, Jay, and you've seen it in some instances where you rest an entire team, they come out the next week, and they are rusty and lose a game, right? Yeah. I believe all those teams you just named, besides Green Bay has the number one position locked. They're they got to buy. Everyone else is playing for something. So if you're playing for something like that number 2 seed to get a home game, then maybe you go ahead, you put your starters out there and you run that risk. MJ says rest, huh?
I mean, it's, Ron, I actually, continuity I do believe is good, but, I also have seen cats that have gotten, and we've all seen it, where, quarterback gets hurt, receiver gets hurt, running back gets hurt, defensive player gets hurt, and now your whole team's dynamic has totally changed going into the playoff because they're now hurt. Excuse me, they're not hurt. So I'm kind of torn on this one as well. Playing at home does matter if you're outside. I'll say it like that. If you're in a dome, I don't think it matters because at that point it's just what it is.
Mr. Stockland, I'm gonna raise my hand. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you played in a dome as an away team in the playoffs?
It sucks.
No, have you been there? Have you played it? Now watch.
I have.
You
I have.
Hey man, it's awful to be an away team as loud as that dome can get. Now you want to take the crowd out of it. You're hoping to do that, but I don't care inside, outside, on the moon, Mars, or Earth. You want that home field advantage. You want your crowd behind you. That 12-man does make a difference. And in the dome, dude, I'm telling you, worst place we played. We got cheated that game, but I ain't gonna talk about it. NFC Championship game, Bernie Emanuel's catch was a catch. Ron Lamb, I know you know Ricky Parole, but screw him because he beat us on one great catch. Our defense held the greatest show on turf, like though that with them the 12 points, and we lose a game because our offense couldn't score a touchdown the whole game. Hey man,
who was your quarterback at the time? Who was your quarterback at the time?
At that time in that game, that was Sean King. I think was the quarterback.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure because
I mean, all the quarterbacks Dallas had. Don't start talking about who's my quarterback, bro. My point is though, Jay, you say dome doesn't matter. I'm gonna say dome does matter. They have to play to get that home field advantage. All four of those teams.
Dome does if you have the right squad. I'll say it like that. To this point, you don't want to play in Green Bay. We know that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to play, you don't want to play in Green Bay.
I got a Green Bay story. I do.
And from the players that I know, they all have a Green Bay story. If they played in Green Bay, even if it's maybe once, they all have a Green Bay, especially during this time of the year, they all have a Green Bay story. So, yeah, you don't want to play there. You don't want to play in that. You don't want to play in New England. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. So, yeah, it is kind of one of those things that do you want to play in the dome? Do you want to play outside? But you definitely want to play in front of your crowd. But if I can get my guys ready to play in those type of elements, whatever they may be, like noise, we can, here's my thing. I feel as though you can, in practice, work on that. But you cannot practice in snow if you play in Arizona.
Practice does not simulate a playoff game. Now, you're going to get your work in practice, but the game is the game, Jay.
True.
With COVID running through the NFL the way it's been running through it this year, with so many different guys being out at different times, if I got to get them on the field that last regular season game to get us gelling going into this playoff game, now that there's only one team that gets to bye, I think I got to take a chance to do it. Because they're not banging in practice. They're not killing like that, dog. Let's be real. The NFL is not the NFL that I played in, bro. Coach Dungy had us full pads all the way up to week 14. It was only 17 weeks. We got after it. We worked. We banged. They don't bang like that anymore.
But I think all the leagues and all the pro athletes are totally different than when you played and when I, was in the heyday of watching. I still watch, but, even when I played coming through high school and, a little bit after that. But, yeah, players, teams, squads, just the whole dynamic has changed. But we can definitely, again, stay in that between Rust and Rust. Yo, Freddie, what up? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. And, again, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we come on, when Big Game Sports Buzz is here to give it to you. I know, bro. It's all good.
That tea is good, ain't it?
Man, tea is amazing. It's amazing, sir. All right. Let's get in the third down, man.
Yes, so let's go.
Let's see. A couple of days ago, one Kyrie Irving returned back to the court, okay, after his whatever you want to call it, okay, hiatus or speaking for the people, speaking for the unknowns or the unspoken for people who didn't want to get vaccinated, whatever, because there was a lot of them that were on social media and that they have like a whole network called Fox. Anyway, Fox News. Anyway, that said they didn't want to get vaccinated, but I'm not here for that. But Kyrie's return to the court, man. Big deal. And I'll preface it with this. Kyrie returns, hasn't played all season. 32 minutes, 22 points. Okay. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think about this, Jay. We all know Brooklyn's only going to go how Kyrie goes. We can say that they don't need him. James Harden's shown that he's probably not going to hold up an entire season. COVID is ravaging through basketball also, right? So Kyrie Irving is going to be a big part to this. And that's why I think so many people were so frustrated early on because it's like, man, you're in New York. The rules are the rules. Do what you need to do so that you can be a part of that team the whole season. Because at the end of the day, I don't want an excuse where, Brooklyn would have wanted if Kyrie would have got his vaccine and played the whole year. Well, get it. Do what you need to do.
He's going to provide excuses. He's going to blame the media. He's going to blame everyone else except himself.
Well, he's a different kind of cat, bro. Kyrie, we know that and see that. Kyrie is different. I used to think it was other people, and even like when the little turmoil and rift came up in Cleveland, I was like, man, LeBron need to chill. He got a little young player next to him that could be great. And later on, you go to Boston, and the same kind of thing. You're like, hold on, dog. The common denominator is Kyrie Irving. What is wrong with this cat?
Right. Yeah. I think Kyrie is definitely going to be that person. I don't think it's that big of a deal because here's my thing, man. I think the team goes as Harden and KD go.
That's KD's team now, no doubt.
Oh yeah, it's KD's team, and so if KD and Harden can't pull it together to get the rest of the team going, because I mean they've been okay. They're playing in the East. The East is so weird this year, and I say weird because it's not chalk.
The East is bad. You can say it. It's okay. Well, yeah. I won't say bad, but then again, is it because basketball is just bad in the East, or has COVID kicked people's butt in the East? Like, what is it?
I don't know. I mean, Milwaukee won it, right? But yeah, I don't know. No ring without Kyrie. I think they can get a ring without Kyrie. I really do.
Need him. They need that piece, man. They need Kyrie to bring that thing home.
I don't know, man.
MJ, it's funny you say that because we were talking at work today, and I believe they're gonna have it set up for KD to face Golden State in the finals because how they talked about they couldn't do it without him. I think that just makes for a good story at the end of the year, man. I think it's gonna be Golden State and Brooklyn in the finals, bro. I just really do. I mean, Jay, you don't have to like it, but that's what I think.
Nah, I think at the East, Miami's going to try and figure it out because they got Butler. The Bulls are still raging through the East, which is crazy. Again, you still have the Bucks, and the Knicks are trying to make a run. So, I mean, we'll see, man.
TV, money. TV,
I understand that.
And money.
I understand that. But at the end of the day,
KD.
Unless you have the refs who are controlling the game like they do for the Cowboys, then yeah, that might be it. But hey, let's go ahead and let's jump into fourth down because I love.
I see how you did that. I see how you did that. That's
okay.
I see how you snuck that in, bro. We good.
Hey, fourth down. This is right in your backyard, and I loved when I saw this report. And I wanted to put it in another segment, but I said no. We've got to spend some time on this. Hall of Famer Terrell Owens. I got to put that out there. Hall of Famer Terrell Owens says that he should get a shot at AB's spot on the Bucs roster. He wants a workout, and he feels as though at 48 he's still in good shape and can still provide something to the Bucs. Go ahead. I'm going to sit back on this one.
Hey, Jay, this was so funny to me when I saw this, right? Now, before we even get talking about that, did you see the meme? Did you see the meme that came out? Okay. So I wish I didn't. Well, the one that I loved that I didn't have a chance to work it, put it in a slide and pull it up on the show. I was gonna do that. They took Terrell Owens' face and put it on Morgan Freeman. And so you just had the old gray hair, a little fro messed up, and Terrell Owens' face and the messed up goatee looking like Morgan Freeman. Talking about Buccaneers sign Terrell Owens. Let me tell you this. A young T.O. was even T.O. that played a couple games with the Cincinnati Bengals could contribute and help us with Godwin being out. Terrell Hall of Fame, Terrell Owens, because he's not T.O. no more. Yeah, he is T.O. No. He's too old, too damn old. Instead of being talking about he want to be catching the ball from anybody. See, Tom Brady got people thinking they can come out here and play football as long as they want to. They can't do it. I don't know what he done drank, what he done took. I don't know how Tom Brady's doing it at his age. It's not normal. T.O., you were a hell of a player. You're one of my favorite players. Even with you crying, talking about my quarterback, all the terrible moments that we've had with you on TV. Awesome dude. No, bro. Nope. Can't do it. Won't do it. It's funny. And that's T.O. trying to keep his name relevant in the media, bro. That's all it is, man.
I will say this. He looks like he's in good shape. Now, I will say this. Oh, wait. I know what you're about to say. Football shape is different than good shape.
Hello.
Playing the game shape is different than I can do some sit-ups and jumping jacks and run around the block real fast shape.
There you go. There it is right there. Jay, I could get on a regimen and a workout right now and look physically probably better than I did when I played. But if my old behind got down in the 3-point stands and tried to go in the trenches, I'll be reaching for a life alert, trying to get somebody to come get me.
I'm about to say your linebackers got to come pick you up. So you
man, James fell down again. Man, come on, dog. Hey, football is hard on the body. And T.O., like I said, he's still out there running around sometimes. Like they had the video come out with him and Tyreek Hill and Chad Ochocinco doing all these workouts. And y'all look cool because y'all do abs still. You run around in little tights. Homeboy, catching that ball and having somebody come down and bringing a hammer to hit you. And you still trying to stick and cut. And no, man, nah.
These boys hit hard out here, man.
Hard.
They fast.
Like a hammer.
They fast and they hit hard. But I thought this was, like I said, I was going to put this in another segment, but I just was like, wow, this is something that he was like, yo, like he definitely thought and was upset that he's not getting a call from the Bucs to play. I'm going to leave it there, man, because that, Ron, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. If T.O. can play, so can I. So, well, no, I can't. But T.O. can't either. That's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, man. All right. We got a new segment that we're going into. That ends the 4 downs. Again, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell, ring that bell so you know when Big Game Sports Buzz is coming to you. Again, like the show, buy us a coffee, help us grow. That way I don't have to keep doing all of this stuff. I can get better Cowboys posters back here. www.buymeacoffee.com. We're not going to get anything after that?
We don't want hey, man, we want to get some. We want to get a coffee. You know what I'm saying? You trying to sell Cowboys posters ain't going to help, bro, man. Ain't going to help at all.
Hey, you know, I might even get a Raiders hat. No, I won't. www.buymeacoffee.com/Big Game James. Again, www.buymeacoffee.com/Big Game James. Our next segment is a new segment that we're talking about called Deep Dive. And in this one, we're actually talking about what's going on with AB. AB has been all over the news and what's going on and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Man, you know, I really don't even know. Okay, so let's start here. Last week, Antonio Brown took off his pads in the third quarter, took off his shirt, threw it into the stands, ran off waving and saying goodbye to everyone, right? At that point, after the game, Bruce Arians, the head coach of the Buccaneers, said, yeah, he's done. He's no longer a part of the team. Comes out that AB is saying, well, I was injured. I didn't want to come back in. I was coerced and all of these things of saying that, you know, I knew I was hurt. They knew I was hurt, but they made me play anyway. Right. Mm-hmm. So now as we sit and we stand, you know, we sit here that's saying, okay, well, AB's off the team. Though the team, Bruce Arians, and let's make sure we say this correctly. Bruce Arians has said it. Tampa Bay has not let him go yet. He is still officially on the team.
Well, the official release was supposed to be coming yesterday, and I think it was supposed. I haven't seen the wire, but it was supposed to happen yesterday. And then Jay, we're gonna because my main man here, my Geechee brother from down south,
yes sir,
has just come on to join us for a later segment. I'm gonna bring him in because I want to hear what he has to say on this segment as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing in one of my boys. He is very entertaining. He is a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan, Georgia Bulldog fan, and he brings a lot of great insight and energy every time he does a show. The host of Low Country Sports, my boy, Big Low Country.
What up, Big Low?
What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man?
What up, Coach? What up, Bo?
Hey, man, we trying to keep it in between the lines, man. Ain't no thing but chicken wing. I had some piece. Hey. I had some grease. I slide you a piece, Bo.
That is what is up. Make sure that y'all check out Big Low Country on Low Country Sports. My man does it well. I mean, look, I've seen him on the news with the stuff that he puts out on his YouTube channel, man. My guy is an avid Atlanta sports fan, always doing it big. So appreciate you coming on to Big Game Sports Buzz as, man, we get through this thing. What say you, though?
I mean, but real quick, before we get Low's take on it, Jay, I mean, it's so much that goes on with this AB story, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying he was hurt. He didn't want to go back in the game. His ankle was messed up. He had a bone bruise. Now, anybody know how the rundown goes? If you play hurt and the team knows you're hurt, one, they're not even going to be able to release you. They're going to have to come up with an injury settlement. They can't just let you go. Now, it took some time because the Buccaneers are going to try to make sure everything's straight before they do anything, right? He's saying, Bruce, he's saying they wanted to put me in the game when I was hurt. Bruce Arians said he told him to go back in the game. He said, I'm not going back in the damn game because y'all not going to throw me the damn ball. Now, this is my whole thing. There's a lot of different things that goes on behind the scenes. Yeah. The week before against Carolina, Antonio Brown was balling, right? Mm-hmm. With Godwin going down, they need him. We need to win these last two games to try to solidify that second place and hope that the Rams lose, right? We need AB. Yeah, we need him on the field. The man was going to go out and get his incentives. So now some people saying, oh, they benched him, so he's not going to get his incentives. We ain't got time to play them games. Now, they do play those games when they come down to money because the Colts did it to me. I was owed $350,000, and all of a sudden I was like, I get to the stadium, and I'm inactive. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, man, we want to rest you for the playoffs. But at the same time, if I start and play that game, I hit my 75% start bonus, and they owe me $350,000. They send me down that one game, and I lose $350,000. That's a lot of money, bro. Right?
Yes, sir.
They'll play with that money if it wasn't going to cost us nothing as far as like playoff goes. It was going to save their pocketbook as far as paying me. But I don't think the Buccaneers are going to play right now trying to get Antonio Brown on and off the field and not give him no money when they're playing for a spot. Now, has it happened? Yeah. Have I seen guys try to get talked into playing hurt? Yeah. But those are usually your lower tier guys, man. It's not usually your stars. If your star is really, really hurt and you know you're going to need him later for the playoffs, you ain't going to touch him. I think there's more to it. But, and you guys can touch on this, and it's the last thing I'm going to say about it until we start interjecting and talking about it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Antonio Brown has done so much wrong and dumb stuff in the media. It's hard to believe his story, whether it's true or not. It's so hard for me to sit up here and believe, damn, AB probably right. Yeah. How we know? Are the conversations real? That's my whole thing. I saw some text messages. I had one of my boys from Tampa send me some stuff that's popping up and servicing around town there. But is that really a real text from Bruce Arians? I don't know that, man. It's too hard to believe in, man. I just can't give him the credit right now because he's done that to himself. Like Ron said, he's killed his credibility.
Oh yeah, for sure. What up, big
man? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That I put it to you like this right here. Have you ever seen a dog get hit and not say nothing or not make any kind of noise? First thing, whenever a dog gets hit, he gonna run off somewhere and yell, hurt, 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 hurt. Hit dogs holler at the end of the day, right?
Yes, sir.
Hit dogs holler. And just like you said earlier, man, we've seen all the things that AB has done over the course of his career, like all of the, the diva stuff and things like that. But I went back and watched the game, and I didn't see a situation where Tom Brady wasn't throwing to him, just wasn't giving them targets. Like if he was open, Tom Brady was hitting him. You see what I'm saying? There was the only time I didn't see where he didn't get a target, it was on a double screen. And most of the times on double screens, both players are open. Like both of your main targets are open. A lot of times they're trying to do like a misdirection kind of deal to get them sucked in one way and go the other way. But I just don't see, as far as the whole incentive situation, where it's one of those cases where the Bucs would intentionally not pay Tom Brady's second best friend to save $1 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see that. Like that's not something that I legitimately see happening. So
and especially had another game to get it anyway. So I mean, even if they said, look, we're gonna sit you that game, we're talking about playoff implications as far as you out of the first place. You're not going to get that. Okay, so now we want to get out of third and the second. Let's get home field advantage because, again, we know we don't want to play in Green Bay. We know we don't want to play in the Dome. We know we don't want to play anywhere else. We want to play at our house. So you're going to sit the best receiver you have because the other ones are hurt and not playing well. It's too much there that doesn't make sense for it to make sense on that side of the ball, on his side. again, I get the incentives. I get, hey, you owed $1 million. I get that. And teams are always trying to find a way to get whatever they can to cut off whatever they can because that's that salary cap. I get it. But at the end of the day, the track record has shown, it's just kind of like the T.O. thing. Man, look, we seen what you've done. And, Maya Angelou said it best. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And to me, this is the same thing that we keep seeing with AB over and over again. We saw it in Pittsburgh. We saw it in Oakland. We saw it in New England. Now we're seeing it again in Tampa Bay. This is the second time in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, we got somebody else wanted to chime in, man. So I'm gonna bring in my other Dirty South comrade from.
This is what we're doing on the first year, huh?
From Smitty Sports Machine, my boy Antoine Smitty Smith, man. We're gonna go ahead and bring Smitty down and let him touch down on what do you think about this AB situation, man.
Hey, that's my big homie right there, man.
Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Man,
Happy New Year to y'all.
Thank you,
yes, sir.
Hey, I know you've been sitting here listening, man. We just trying to dive in and talk about Antonio Brown, and we know he a tad bit different, man. What's your take on this whole Antonio Brown situation, man?
I know his credibility is pretty much shot at this point, but if he was injured and test will prove that, I think Tampa Bay is in for a world of trouble, and I think it will hurt Tom Brady's credibility more than anybody because they supposed to be boys, and if you let the team treat him like that, I think it's going to question you as a human being. Now, when it comes to money,
yeah. Go ahead.
When it comes to money and incentives, if you're that close to incentives, again, your boy's supposed to make sure you get paid. He brought you on the team. You live with him. Y'all supposed to be like this. So more than anybody, I'm questioning Tom Brady, not Bruce Arians, because the quarterback gets all the blame, no matter if it's game time off the field. Yeah. They're going to get the blame.
Hey, but Smitty, man, this is my whole thing. And I'm not gonna blame Tom Brady for him being a jackass. And in a situation like this, now granted, if it was wrong, some other stuff was coming up. Mm-hmm. This was all on Antonio Brown, man. I think Tom has gone to bat far and foremost, and I think his comment to me showed me he was like, I gotta just step back now. I can't keep putting myself out here yet. Yeah. I'm defending you, but your actions aren't making me credible anymore. At the end of the day, I can go out there on the field. If I got Joe Schmo, the rookie, I bring under my wing. Hey, man, guys, give him another chance. He started doing something dumb. Yeah. The interview come up to ask me about it. I got to step back at some point in time because the picture now is the playoff. The picture, somebody vacuuming or something?
Think about this, though, James. If he was injured and you know it, and you forced him to play, why not just make him inactive until the playoffs?
But see, that's why I don't think they made him. They did not force him to play. I'm not buying it, Smitty. But my whole reason is AB likes money. Although it didn't seem like it when he threw away the 80-something million that he threw away out in Oakland. He threw that away, right? But you bought out the week before. Godwin is gone. We bought 2 people off a practice squad to go out here and play the game. Tom gonna need you. Now, he spreads the ball around, dog. And you have to do that in this game. He spreads the ball around. You still had a whole quarter and a half to play. All you need was 2 more catches, or 5 more catches, and 2 touchdowns. And you had 2 games to do it. Tom was gonna help you out. He gonna get you.
He had 5 targets.
He made that about him, man. I know he had to make it about him because at the end of the day, Tom know AB can help him get wins. Tom won't dubs because he want another ring. So I don't think Tom sold him short on this one. I think AB made this about AB and got in his feelings.
I agree. I agree with you, Smitty. It's going to be up to the Bucs. The Bucs are the ones that's on the hot seat. If he was injured, they knew he was injured. They put him in or forced him to start. And that's my other thing is they forced you to start. Come on, man. Look. At some point, and he did admit where he said, I was kind of coerced to go, okay, you're coerced. This is a business decision is what it is. It's a business decision. He knew that he wanted the incentives. Cool, I'm good with that. You wanted to play. You knew you were hurt. We can talk about, again, T.O. with the bloody sock in the ankle. He went into the game, knew he was visibly hurt. Like he's bleeding through socks, played the game. So we can talk about Diva and all of that. But here's the deal with AB and I, man, is the fact that if I'm a Tampa Bay fan and I see what's going on with this cat, I'm upset with the Bucs in saying you knew what you were getting when you brought him back.
Yep.
You knew this. So why are you upset now? Why are you spending energy on this? Because you knew what you had coming in.
But man,
but they're not spending energy. Go ahead, Law. I want to hear what your take is on that, dog.
Because I was just going to say, because everybody's talking about this whole thing of, he played and he was coerced to play and all this stuff. If me and Smitty know anything about a wide receiver deciding not to play, we know about a wide receiver who said, "Hey, y'all can have it. I'm going to chill out for the rest of the season." Like, if he ain't want to play, he ain't have to play.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's the whole point, is that he had an opportunity to say, you know what, that I'm good with money because I messed off $80 million. So what's another $1 million? I'm good. I'm just because I'd rather be ready for the playoffs than to be hurt.
Speaking of playoffs, it's going to be a distraction for the rest of the season. I don't care how they look at it.
Right, and that's why they had to do what they did, Smitty. They had to try to go in and release him now. They didn't do it right away to try to make sure everything is straight. But going into the postseason, this can't be what's lingering behind you when you're trying to repeat as champions. You can't have
it's going
that.
to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be there. It's going to be problems. PR nightmare. You're going to have problems at the receiver position. They are already struggling in the secondary. So, to be honest, I think they're going to fall short just because of that. I know they call Tom Brady Superman, but sometimes when you limping into the playoffs, sometimes you're going to fall. It's just that easy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
Go
ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to touch on one more thing, too. And, James, he know about this because he played ball as well. It's like you're trained not to show that you're hurt, right? Whenever you're actually hurt. But whenever he was in the end zone looking like he was the hype man for crisscross, jumping up in the end zone doing jumping jack, he didn't look that hurt to me. That's all. I just want to put that out there.
I wish I had a 100 sign right now, Big Low.
Boy, I need the air horn.
That just crossed my mind about 10 minutes ago. When he was hopping around, there wasn't no bone spurs in that ankle, because if that ankle was messed up, you wouldn't even ran nowhere. You would have been limping and walking.
Right.
So, like I said, his credibility.
Yeah, and what he kept saying was, hey, it's different from, running routes to hopping up, or as he would say, I walked off the field. No, bro, you ran, you hopped, you waved, you kissed.
He did jumping jacks.
He did, man. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But
you know why I think I'm in my feelings right now with this one, Jay Stoggs? Because I defended this man with the COVID thing and the vaccination cards.
You did.
And
you did.
Lo and behold, as soon as I think we good and we're going to ride off into the sunset and get to these playoffs, Antonio Brown turned back into the same fool that had the camera rolling on Snapchat when Mike Tomlin was trying to give a locker room speech. He turned into the same fool that didn't want to do nothing because he done cryo-froze his feet off. He turned into the same cat to make it about him. So you want me to believe your ankle was hurt. You wanted me to believe that you got your COVID vaccination and you didn't turn in a fake card too.
AB, brother. That's what it is. AB. So he will now be not only a meme, and the internet is undefeated. Let's be sure about this. The internet, and for some of us, the internet is undefeated. Okay. Yes, AB will be AB has AB'd. He will now be a meme forever. He will be a crying Jordan. And bro, I mean, I'm just saying, it's time. Will he be signed to another squad? Absolutely.
Yeah, your damn Dallas Cowboys might try to get it. Y'all that kind of team.
To be honest, I'm 50-50 with that, because you gonna ruin your locker room for a clown like that.
Yeah, it's too hard, man. You're right.
There have been worse.
Not this season. you might take a chance in a new season. But anybody that's really making a playoff run, yeah, Gallup got hurt. It's good. It's good media talk. They're talking about, the Cowboys may go after them. Gallup got hurt. Williams played well, filling in a more productive role. Cowboys don't need to mess up nothing they got. They already got Dak Prescott that don't know if he want to throw the ball long or get sacked. So they can't bring in no other distractions.
Is this what we're doing now, James? Is this what we're doing now?
Oh, I mean, you got your shot. You got your shot in early. I thought I'd get my shot in now, dog.
Hey,
all right, that's cool.
I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. If y'all just want to ease the way out, just blame it on Vontae's birthday like everybody else.
Hey, Vontae's birthday somewhere minding his business. Antonio Brown act the fool, and his name is all over the internet right now. Boy, this game is cold-blooded, boy.
The internet is undefeated. But I think someone will sign him. Someone will take a chance. Hell, probably Jacksonville or Miami or someone like that. They will take someone will take a chance on him, and maybe even since he is released, hell, Indiana. I mean the Colts. They may take a chance, but I think next year someone will take a chance. Someone will take a chance on AB to say, you know what? Let's put him in a spot and in a place where he can't mess with nobody. Nobody can mess. A small market.
Well, Tampa pretty small, and if you couldn't do it with somebody like Tom Brady trying to talk you down off the ledge, man, you about to try to jump off the Sears Towers like Superman and not be able to fly, bro. He can't.
The question was, will he be signed somewhere? The answer, I believe, is yes. Now, where? I give you, we know where he won't be, but
J-Star, think about this, man. Just think about this. He was in the best organization because I've talked to Steelers for a long time, and James Calendar know this. If you can't succeed in that organization, you can't succeed nowhere. That is one of the most organized companies in the NFL. I've heard good things about the Rooney's players. Anybody, if you can't make it in Pittsburgh, you can't make it nowhere.
Listen, I agree. That is one of those storied franchises, as much as it pains me to say as a Cowboys fan, but that is a great storied franchise that takes care of its players and has a system built around it to say, look, just like New England, if you stay within these parameters and these lines, you're good. You don't have to worry about nothing. Yep. But once you start getting out there thinking that you Broadway Joe sitting on the sidelines with, a fur, bro, you out of here, man. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do.
All right. Hey, Jay, what we got next, man? Because that deep dive and almost took the air out of my sales, dog. That it made my head. Because, hey, we already was struggling. You know what I'm saying? We in New York. Yeah. We down. It's late. And then all of a sudden, here come the fool. And I'm walking around Las Vegas with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers stuff on, just proud and chest out. And, hey, man, what's wrong with your boy?
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with Mike Evans.
Tampa Tom is great.
Oh, what happened to O.J. Howard? I don't know.
What?
Like, wow, man.
What? Yeah, no doubt. Hey, well, you know what the next segment is, bro. It is, of course, one of our favorite segments. Oh, hell no.
And then, hey, Smitty and Big Country. Y'all, if y'all think anything that was just beyond ridiculous this week in sports, y'all go ahead and jump in on this too. Hey, y'all.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, hell no. We already know what this is. Hey, look here. Every week, someone in sports does something that makes us say, oh, hell no. Look, I'm going to go in because look, I'm going to just go ahead and just start with this. Julius Randle, New York Knicks, they pull off a great comeback against the Boston Celtics. What does Julius Randle do to the crowd? You guys think. He gives them the down thumb, says, I don't like y'all for booing us because we suck. Then after, in the post game, he says, they ask him, well, who was the thumbs down for? He said, who do you think? Who do you think it was? Well, what was it for? Well, F them. Wow, dude, if you suck, guess what? You're going to get booed. As a fan, I can tell you, we're booing your sorry tail. That's just what it is. I pay money for you to do well. You don't do well, I'm going to boo you. Welcome. Welcome to sports. Welcome to professional sports.
Right.
Especially in New York. Have we what? So, yeah. He gets my oh hell nah for this week.
He won't be that long.
Hey Jay, that's a good one. But
Thanks,
you know,
sir.
we talked earlier in 4 downs, and one of our first downs was Micha Parsons saying that he was sorry for being out at the Mavs game. He think that he let his teammates down, right? But my oh hell no moment goes to 2 of his teammates, CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, who's already been on the COVID list. CeeDee Lamb, I think, was he in protocol already too? They've had like 8 different guys in the last 2 weeks.
No, he was.
But
yeah,
they also out at the Mavs game, mask off, chilling, Big Willie style on court side with Cuban and the boys, celebrating Dirk's jersey going up in the rafters and beating up on Golden State. But at the same time, you got everything in the world to play for. You already got a dumbass coach that's gonna make a bad decision, right? You already got another going on in your organization that's gonna make you go, oh. You know, and you over here just chilling on the sideline. Yeah. I wish I had my locust to put on instead of how Amari Cooper big head ass was sitting on the sideline like ain't nothing in the world going on. All you got to do is get sick and infected one more time. You gonna miss a playoff game. And they can't afford to go into a game without Amari Cooper, I think, right now, man. So my all hell no moment was Micha Parsons' teammates who were also out at the Mav game, chilling, doing things they shouldn't be doing. Hey, man, you got a lot on the line. You talking about you want to be America's team and win championships, and you ain't done that since 95, and you about to go get Omarion and B2K.
Really?
I mean, my bad. Omicron and COVID-19.
All of that?
That's how I feel. That's my oh hell no, dog. That's me. Oh hell no.
Dude, that was like the Cowboys organization.
That wasn't an organization, Jay.
You mentioned it since '95 and like Roger Staubach and all this other stuff. What are you doing, man?
We go back to week 1 of the show.
What are you doing?
I really think the Cowboys had a chance. There's something going on that always makes them take about 2 steps back. And somehow, some way, your boys will find a way to go. Goddamn, I told you. Y'all
need a sound bite. Y'all need a sound bite. Y'all need a sound bite. Say it with your chest. Because
that's my oh hell nah, baby. That's it. That's what I got.
Of course. It between you and MJ and Ron, aka the Cowboy haters, that's all y'all do. But that's okay. That's all right. Because you know what? Hopefully the Raiders may win and get into the playoffs. Probably not, but
don't turn this into the Raiders because I
didn't do that.
Fire some shots at your team.
I didn't do that. I did.
My bad. Shot at him.
Man, y'all out of control.
Well,
welcome to Big Game Sports Buzz.
I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and give mine for the week. So mine is, have any of y'all heard of Nasir Little, the NBA player?
Yeah.
You have heard of him?
Yeah.
So basically what mine is that Trae Young scored 56 points and had 14 assists playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. And he accounted for almost 80 points. And they still lost the game. Where in the world, bro? Nasir Little, he put up about 25 points, I think. I never heard of him until then. Right. Norman Powell, he played with the Toronto Raptors and everything. Right. The Atlanta Hawks gave up 136 points. Trae Young scored 56 points, and they still lost the game. Everybody talk about, oh, man, Atlanta Hawks, they're going back to the Eastern Conference Final. Where? On 2K? What world? So I'm going to go ahead and get it to you.
It's in the game.
My hell dog is, look. Atlanta Hawks, y'all need to do something. The GM, he's spoken now. He said, well, look, I think I just made the wrong decision by bringing everybody back this past season. I think I shouldn't have done that. Whenever the GM saying things like that, you already know you already know you a hot water boat.
That's how the GM feeling right now, boy.
Man,
you ain't never lied, low.
I shouldn't have brought back the team that almost went to the Oh, my God.
He said, maybe I should have brought them guys back. So, look.
Man.
Yeah, that's mine for the week.
I like that one, Low. I like it.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yo, again, make sure if you like the show, buy us a coffee, help us grow. www.buymeacoffee.com/Big Game James. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when Big Game Sports Buzz is on. Make sure that you support our guys down here, Big Low Country on Low Country Sports, and of course, Smitty's Sports Machine with my man Smitty. Yo, I saw your vlog today, man, about really, yo, it was a good joint on there, man. So, yo, make sure that y'all are supporting these brothers right here. They are doing some good work out there. Yo, we ready for this next segment, man?
Yeah, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm lost now. What we got?
Oh my God!
Hey,
quick hits, bro.
Hey, okay, I thought. Hey, look,
I see.
My fat boy coffee ain't got no coffee in here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
hey, you know what?
Hey, don't blame Jane, cause we all got that gray hair, so we forget things at
That's
times.
a fact. I see. Hey, Big Low, he ain't got gray hair, but he got something in his glassware.
I think he can start engine with that stuff.
That's water.
Hey, look, no water.
I tell everybody all the time on my channel, what's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water. It might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, y'all. So what we do on Quick Hits is we got some topics that we bring up, and it's just like a quick 1-2 word answer. Stoggs usually come up with something that he gonna try to stump me with, and I gotta do my best not to get long winded. That's how we do it on this Quick Hits thing right here.
Man, you know, and that's tough too as a producer. You know how it goes. All right, here we go. First one. Dirk jersey retirement. We talked about it a little bit. Dirk had his jersey retired this past weekend after Mavericks beat the Golden State Warriors. What say you, man? Great thing, wonderful thing, 41 forever. Did you even watch it?
I didn't.
Okay.
But I had a basketball game, dog, so I was working late that night. I came home. I didn't watch it, but at the same time, me being in the Dallas Metroplex area for the last 18 years now, very much deserved. About Dirk, no hate there. So yeah, deserving gesture for old 41. Now, what they can't do, they need to rework that statue they're gonna put up of him later because
that's horrible.
That statue of doo-doo. They need to redesign that, Jay. That statue.
I get the 3 balls, but do you need it?
No.
Yo, man, let's go ahead and get to the second one because I see how this is going to be real bad. Number 2, and I really like this one. Jacksonville Jags fans are going to allegedly clown out for the final game of the season. They're asking their fans to dress up in clown wear for the final game.
They've been a clown for 25 years, so
embarrassing. I'm gonna go ahead and say, my bad, Jay. I ain't mean to interrupt you. My bad, but that's embarrassing. You call your are you trying to call yourself a clown before other people call you a clown? Like what in the world? Come on, man. That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing. That don't make no sense.
Bad idea.
Bad idea?
Yeah, bad idea.
Look, I know it's a quick hit, but James, if you saw that in the stands and you were a Jacksonville Jaguar, what would you think?
I'm gonna be mad if I'm playing at home and I look up and I see a bunch of bozos and Charlie the Clowns, I'm gonna be pissed off. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I can't take. Really,
I love it.
You know, and it's been a clown of a season. Like Lo said, you don't need to add to the embarrassment you already brought to your city. Now you asking the fans to act the ass in costume? Oh no,
bro.
Hey, truth be told, if I were home in the clown, I'd hit the owner with a sock.
I love it. Number 3, NFL.
So players,
go ahead.
My bad. I was just gonna say, so players are supposed to represent the fans, and fans are supposed to represent the players, right? So what's
right?
Well, I'm gonna leave it alone, Jane. I'm gonna leave it alone. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But you're right.
Players represent the fans. Fans represent the city. So Jacksonville is a clown city. Let's go to number 3. Let's go to number 3. NFL is planning to ditch the Wonderlic test. James, I know you were like, man, this is like 20 years too late.
Hey, Jay, I'm not going to lie to you. When I sat up there for my pro day and I had to go in there, and I'm like, what the hell does this have to do about anything about what I can do on and off the field. Now, I will say this: I did have Warren Sapp being Warren Sapp. He went into the scouting room and he had them pull all the D lines Wonderlic scores, and other than like Brad Culpepper, mine was up there, dog. So that's one good thing to say. Your boy got a decent enough brain to not just brawn and muscle, but at the same time, I've seen guys poorly perform on the Wonderlic test and have great NFL careers. I've seen guys as geniuses and have horrible careers. It has nothing to do about who you are as a person and what you can and can't do to contribute to that team and what and who you really are. So that's so outdated. That's just like the race Norman they doing and the concussion stuff, but that's a whole other segment.
Yep. Go back to AB. I don't even want to know what his Wonderlic was, but it don't matter what it was because at the end of the day, he still flunked.
Really don't got no kind of filter, boy. That's the thing.
None. I love
None
it.
at all. Minnie gonna let you know how you feel.
That's why we're here. That's why we love it. All right, next one. Should NFL record books reflect that they now have 18 games? Cooper Kupp has been in the news saying that if he breaks the record, it should reflect that he played 18 or 17 games instead of the 16. Do you think NFL should put an asterisk or some kind of note saying that, hey, we played more games?
I think it should.
No. Go ahead, Lo.
I think so. I think it should because think about it, you get 4 more quarters to complete a task that for the last 40 years the other people they only had 16 games. So I mean, you think about a sack record. I mean, we know how hard it is to get sacks in the NFL. It's like I get a whole nother game to get over 23 sacks, 24 sacks.
And TJ Watt is close to Strahan's record. That one game might help him get. I feel you.
Yeah. I can counter that just a little bit. You got to think about how the game evolves. First time they had 14 games. O.J. Simpson ran for 2,000 yards. They broke it. They gonna break his record. The game just evolves, and when it evolves, they're gonna break the record anyway. So no matter if it's 14 games, 16 games, 18 games, if the record broken, it's broken. Records are made to be broken, so I wouldn't have no problem with it personally.
Yeah,
it's just the evolution of the game.
Yeah, again, it's quick hits and it's tough. And I tell you what, we could definitely spend more time on this. Let's go to that next one. Are the Celtics done for the season already? And is it time to break up the Jays? As in Jason Tatum and Jason Brown.
I know who you mean. Smitty says yes.
Yeah. We'll take Tatum in Atlanta.
Because at the same time, their game are too similar, just like Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum in Portland. That's why they're not succeeding. So you got to get somebody that brings in a different type game to help Tatum or Brown. So whichever one you get the most, the best package for, that's the one you trade.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
All
right. Next one. Should Byron Leftwich take the Jacksonville job if he's offered?
Nope. No.
I want to see him in a better situation.
Every job not a good job. You already showed your owner's a jackass. He bought an Urban Meyer, who his first hire was going to be the guy who got let go at Iowa for using racist remarks with players. He already showed me he ain't got no brain. Byron, you better run, brother. Don't run to Jacksonville. We just they dressing up as clowns.
I think that team need a veteran coach. You need a coach that's been around for a while because
Jim Caldwell would be a good hire for them, man.
Perfect hire.
Yeah.
That is.
Now take it like this though. He knows the organization. He's been around. Obviously he was drafted by Jacksonville, played there for 4 seasons, has a great mind, and can definitely come in and clean up a lot of things and can put his mark on that team. Khan has absolutely no idea what football is, if you ask me.
The only thing what you saying, Jay, is the front office going to back him up and let him choose his own coaching staff.
Yeah.
If they choose his coaching staff, it's going to be another disaster.
Yeah.
That's why they need a veteran coach who knows what kind of staff member to bring in, who knows how to put together a team. And Jim Caldwell got cheated in Detroit. He turned that team around and got fired. So this is his redemption story.
Yes, sir.
All right. Final one for quick hits. Is Clay coming back a big deal for the Warriors, who are currently on a 2-game skid?
Yeah, the skit, man, there's breaks in basketball. You know that. Quit talking like your team beat the Warriors. Now you act like they did something. Every team got a point where they got a little run where they're going to take a break in the season.
But they lost against New Orleans as well.
Yeah, it's what they're on their break right now. I just said they take a break, Jay. What part of that didn't you understand, dog? Whether you would agree with me, like it or not, I just said they take a break. Well, you ain't
don't like it, Jay.
It's okay.
I don't.
They're taking a little bit of a break, and it's going to be okay. Season? Yeah, they take a break. It's a long season, and they're on the road trip. Yeah, they chilling, dog.
Yeah,
they chilling. Hey, everything going through that little lull, dog. Hey, look, exactly. your team been going through a lull for a lot this season.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're sixth in the West, and we beat the number one team in the West.
Yeah,
but
don't
do that.
But why do they need Klay Thompson when they playing lights out? They played like the 2015 Warriors this year. They really don't need him no more. If they trade him, I wouldn't be surprised.
You heard it here first. Big Game Sports Buzz. Klay being traded. Possible.
Not this year. They trying to win that chip against Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's a big deal, but I don't think it's a big deal, but I think bringing Klay back just adds to what they have already, and now you have a pre-KD. Man, look, they're already tops.
Nobody's talking about Otto Porter Jr. That dude balling out in Oakland.
Listen,
hey, he's a great player though. He's always been like that. He does his job. He does his role. He doesn't argue which he goes in. He was the same way when he was in White, and you know what I'm saying.
In Washington,
in Washington. Yeah. So I mean, I love
his looking nice. Kumunga's looking nice, man. Look, I like the squad. I hate the team, but I like the squad.
I think it's just the anticipation. I mean, think about it. Klay's been gone about 2 years now, so it's just the anticipation of him being back. I think that's why it makes it a little bit of a big deal, and the fans want to see it. I think more so than anybody else. Golden State is playing well because we said it before, Jay. They play good team basketball, and when you play like that, you have and people come in and do what you ask them to do and play within the team, play within their system and scheme. It works very well. So that's how that goes, man.
All right. Well, again, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, all the other places that you check your podcast. You can check out Big Game Sports Buzz, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure that you hit us up. We always love your comments. We'll put them up, talk about them, tell you that you're wrong because that's what we do here. As we go into the next part, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. As we go into the next part, this is why we brought these two gentlemen here, to be honest with you, to talk about SEC football, a.k.a. National Championship. January 10th, these two teams will face each other again for the third time. Yeah, put on the hat. Yeah, he put on. Yeah, see, he's ready for this. That's right. Alabama, Georgia, running it back for the national championship. Big Low, I'm going to come to you first.
That's right, Smith. That's right, Smith.
Can Kirby Smart figure it out? Can he figure it out? Because, and I'm going to preface it with this. Here's the thing. I think a lot of people won't watch it because it's a very regional game. They'll watch probably the first quarter because it's Bama and Georgia. But people on the West Coast and up north are like, whatever. We've seen this before. Can Kirby smarten up and beat Bama?
To be completely honest with you, I don't feel like it's a situation where it's like smartening up. I think sometimes Kirby gets ahead of his skis sometimes. Like he sometimes he outthinks himself. Like if he just continue to play Georgia football and try not to out Bama, he'll be fine. I mean, Stetson Bennett, he is who he is. I'm pretty sure we'll get to that conversation later, but that's the quarterback who I've never been that fond of him. But I mean, moving forward, I think you just need to play Georgia football. You don't need to have the long developing routes and throwing the ball downfield. You got to remember, you're playing Alabama. This ain't UAB. This isn't Florida. This isn't this is Alabama at the end of the day. So a ugly win is a lot better than a pretty loss.
Amen.
Yeah, but I just like to say,
with the Stevie,
I think they're gonna be fine, man. I think that SEC championship game loss. I think that was more of them just trying to figure out the playbook of Alabama because they didn't show up for that game. They know this game right here was going to be more important, so they were trying to save and stay healthy and all that good stuff. But like Lo said, man, his Stetson Bennett is going to be the key. If he can stay, accurate, use his legs, I think they'll be fine because let's be honest, Georgia's run game is one of the best in the nation. If they can control the clock, run the ball, and run to the strength of their game, they'll be fine because the defense is going to show up. If you can control the clock, keep the defense with a lot of energy and healthy, they'll be fine because let's face it, Bryce Young is overrated. Yes, he won the Heisman Trophy, but Georgia handed it to him. So he's had bad games against teams like Texas A&M, which Georgia Auburn. Right.
He got lucky that last drive against Auburn. I mean, there's a lot we can go on to, but this is what I took into this game. And Lo, you said some things that I like. I think Kirby Smart outsmarts himself sometimes. He thinks about it a little too much. You go into that game and you start doing something that you've never really done to have your success this whole season. And I also think that they were a little overconfident. You want to have confidence going into a game, but I think they're like, Alabama's down. We're up. This is our game. And they didn't really go out and play the way that they need to play. They need to pound. They need to keep the routes and stuff in front of them so that defensive line can push and secure things. They're big in the middle. Yeah. They're good on the outside of that defensive line. But at the same time, the pass rush wasn't there, and those DBs had to cover way too long, and they just start picking them apart in the secondary. So
secondary very young.
Yeah, my question to you guys is, what can be done differently this time to put some pressure on Bryce Young so he doesn't have all that time to sit back there and drop the dimes like he did in that first game?
Disguise the blitz, something they didn't do the first game. Like I said about Dean Pease with the Falcons, going to disguise the blitz, come at Bryce Young in more than one direction. So if they do that, I think they'll be successful. And Jordan Davis disappeared in the first quarter. After the first quarter, he was a non-factor. Can't do that against Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think number one, because it's crazy that you mentioned that, Smitty. I think they need to rotate Jordan Davis a little bit more. Like you could look at him playing, like you could tell he was winded. Like he was sucking there hard. It was like he was breathing through a straw. But I mean, so they need to rotate him out a little bit more. Like let them play on first and third downs, or like let them sit out the first two plays of the next series, or the next time the down switch over. But that end, it's like you need to look and see exactly what you need to do, because if it's one of those cases where we're not getting home, because in that first game against Alabama, the Georgia defense, I was calling them ET because they just couldn't get home.
Yeah.
They couldn't get back to the quarterback. So moving forward, if you can't get home this time, instead of running that zone coverage, which gets eaten alive when the quarterback has a lot of time, like
yes, sir.
Are those young DBs are going to have to man up and play some man coverage and make Bryce Young make those throws, and they're going to have to bracket Jameson Williams.
Yeah, and Michi is hurt too, so that's going to be a big loss.
Yeah,
it is, but that depth, man, of Alabama is like next man up, but all of a sudden, as soon as you think they're missing one person, someone else comes in and plays a way that you never saw him playing before. Just like when Waddle went down, a couple years ago. It's just crazy to me. They always got next man up for them. Seems like the written of the, like, that's where that statement came from. I feel like Alabama made that statement because every time somebody go down, the next man step up, and it's just like, who?
Look, we know Alabama has a pipeline. We already know that. But to me, the key is all about Georgia's defense. If Georgia's defense can't control this game, it doesn't matter what they do on offense, because Bama is going to pick you apart. If they cannot control that line of scrimmage and they can't control what the running back does and keep Bryce Young in front of them, the game is over before it is even started. Yeah. Georgia's defense has got to be big. you can, name any quarterback you want from Georgia, name any running back. You can say that's the heart. That defense, if they don't show up, Bama has another champ. They got their 7th championship for Nick Saban. Nick Saban has the 7th championship, and that's going to be the end of it.
Person for y'all to watch though, James Cook. I'm telling you, if they get the ball in his hands, Bama can't stop him.
Hey,
they can't stop
him. Y'all remember back in the day when we used to play NCAA football and we had the road to glory, and 20 years later, won 11 championships. I feel like that's Alabama. Like they just keep doing it.
I feel you,
man.
dog.
I still got my copy of that. I still got my 2008 NCAA, the last copy. But like I said, if the offense is good enough, but the defense has to be even better. They have to be stellar.
Right.
Because we know that Alabama can put points up anytime they want. Anytime they want. Against a defense that is not engaged. And if they're not engaged, and that's why I'm faulting Kirby Smart, because I feel like when they got ahead and they were like, hey, you know what? I told you we beat them once. I told you we could beat them again. And Bama said, okay, you think you got us. Let me show you something. And I felt like they relaxed in the SEC game. And once they relaxed, once they felt like the game was in hand, that's when Bama said, now watch this. If they don't do that, if Georgia comes out lackadaisical, not engaged, not ready for the game, on the defensive side, I'm not worried about the offense. It's the defensive side. That's where I think they're going to have a lot of issues. I don't think Bama's defense is what it really is. I think they have a lot of holes there, and they can get the offense can get home. But Georgia's going to have to do something on that defensive side.
But I'm going to tell you the biggest key to the whole game, and I've been saying this for 2 years. Kirby Smart got to learn to adjust to what go on in the game. He can't stick to his game plan all the time.
Yeah,
when you can't adjust during the game, you're gonna lose every time.
This hurt most people, Jay. A good college coach can adjust in game, and a lot of the ones who can't, they win by being more athletic. They try to stick to a certain scheme, and once you get hit in the mouth and the other team adjusts to what you do, you better be able to adjust to what they do, or you're gonna be in for a long ride that night.
Listen, I know all about coaches who cannot adjust in game. I have one here in Dallas called Kellen Moore. Okay, so I get it. If you can't adjust in game, you get down by 2 scores and the game is over. I get that.
You got to own it too who can't adjust. Now, Jerry Jones can't adjust his pants.
Now look,
that's the new Al Davis. That's the new Al Davis.
Right.
Now look, Arthur Blank and Jerry are one and the same. So
I don't know about that one. I can't go with that one. You my homeboy, so I can't go with that one. I can't go with that one, bro.
When are you gonna get rid of Matt Ryan? When?
How can
when that contract number dissolve,
bro?
Because
you can trade. There's so many things that can happen to Matty.
Even if you cut or trade him, you still in the hole for $20 million. That's a lot of money.
Oh, that's a lot of money to eat right there, dog. That's a lot of money to eat.
Think about it. I mean, it's just like having a house with equity. It's like if you're upside down on your house, and it's like you don't like the house because the garage is ugly. You're like, I could trade it. I could just get another one. No, you don't lose money.
NFL teams have cut and traded for a lot more than $20 million. I guarantee you, I know this.
It's more than $20 million, though, bro. It's like 35.
J Star, we can't even make Matt Ryan dance at Magic City and blow that money.
Exactly. On All-Star Weekend, like it can't happen.
Not All-Star. Now, see, when you throw that in, that's different. All-Star Weekend at Nicky's and Magic City is something totally different.
Well, all right, fellas. You old school to my Nicky's.
Stop it.
I was gonna say strokers.
Let's not tell all our business on here.
Yeah, my bad.
Hey, let's go.
That's another show.
Let's get no, that's off the show.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go ahead. Let's get in this top 5. All right, fellas, you want to stick around because we really love doing this part. Top 5, a lot of people have a top 100, top 50, top 25, even a top 10 list. But here on Big Game Sports Buzz, what we do is we have a top 5. You got to decide who's in and who's out. For this week, this is one that, and I'm going to say this, and he's going to be upset. I can see it in his face. Top 5 movie soundtracks. Big Game has been whining about this. Dog, we need to do top 5 movie soundtracks. You just scared. I'm not scared, bro. I just understand what you're going to do. Listen, here's the rules, because I got to explain this. A good soundtrack has at least 5 songs on it. No less than 2 skips. You can't have more than 2 skips on that soundtrack. Okay? Big Game is whining right now, but that's okay. That is what a top 5 soundtrack is. Now, look, fellas, I know you probably haven't had a lot of time to think about this, and you can just put this out. But I just want you to know.
Mine always stay here.
Look,
man, you know how I do it, man. I stay ready.
Listen here, man. Anytime you need a sidekick co-host, you let me know. All right?
No, I got my boy Big Low over there.
No,
and
look,
my boy
I
James
can't take
up
his
there.
spot, man. I know. Yeah. Look, I love where I am. No, I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, I know.
No, I love where we are. Hey, make sure y'all check out. Stop, man.
He gets mad because my list trump his list sometimes.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
not at all.
So then he'll call me a cheater, or he'll throw a curveball into the rules of the top 5. Like I'm gonna still go back to our very first top 5. Top 5 rap groups. He told me that I couldn't put Outkast in there because they were a duo.
What?
They were a duo. They were a duo.
It's a duo. It's a duo. It's a duo. We all know it's a duo.
That's my best group.
Exactly. But no. He said that they didn't classify as a group because it had to be more than 2. 2 is a duo. See what I'm saying?
Well, how they win best rap group?
Hey man,
it was best hater. Rap group / duo. We don't do duos here.
You a super hater.
And so next though, and when we do this, I'm gonna have you guys on again when we do best rap duos. We will do a best rap duo since you want to make a duo. And that's can I just tell you the truth? It still bugs me a little bit. That's why I still bring it up every time we talk about it.
That was like
if anybody that's wondering what we're talking about, please go check out.
Come on, man.
Go check out episode 2.
Teeth. You know what, MJ? Stop it.
Our top 5. But anyway,
MJ, I see you. Stop
somebody put Jazzy T's in the chat.
Yeah, he did.
Old heads. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
It look like Tat having the top 5 old school strippers. Old school strippers strip club.
We cannot. That's a different show, y'all. That's a different show. We'll do it. That's a different show.
If y'all got them dollar bills, go on and throw them in the super chat.
Super chat. Hey, I know that's right.
Speaking of super chat, we still need those people to help us grow. We need to get our subscribers up there so we can qualify for super chat. So, hey, everybody that's out there watching and listening right now, tell your friends, tell your friend to tell a friend, tell your friend's friend to tell a friend, and then go tell another friend so y'all can help us grow. Hey, and while y'all helping us grow, y'all help these brothers down here below us do the same thing because these brothers put out some great content. Smitty will keep me informed every week, and Low keep me laughing. I just learned when I listen to Low, I don't have anything near me I'm drinking because I spit out several drinks listening to this boy do his show, y'all. So I got to do what I got to do. I got to put my cup over to the side when I listen.
I'm gonna warn y'all though. When Coach Low tell y'all to get naked for a team, y'all better run.
And on that note, let's go ahead and let's get in these top 5 soundtracks.
All right. Hey, Jay, so
what's up?
Generally I go first.
Yeah.
And you know how you want to do that. Should we let our guests go first? You want me to go ahead and keep the tradition going?
Hey, Smitty said he's ready. So I'm ready to hear what they got going.
All right.
So we'll let the guests go first.
So we're going to, Smitty, you say you stay ready in your head, man. I'm going to let you go ahead and go.
Yeah, one of my favorite soundtracks, Above the Rim, is one of my favorite movies as well. So Above the Rim gonna be up there. Friday's soundtrack was banging. I mean, I could go on, and don't laugh at me and don't call me crazy. And for the people in the chat, 50 Shades of Grey, that thing was playing all the way through. So if y'all check that out, y'all gonna love it. I'm kind of torn. Let's see, because most of mine are like rap movies, New Jack City is another one. New Jack City, you can play that thing all the way through. It's just so many, man, because I'm a movie buff. So
see, Smitty, I argue with that.
That's his
that
list,
new,
James. Let
okay,
him
my bad.
finish.
We'll debate it later.
Go ahead, go
My
ahead.
bad. I thought I heard 5. No, see,
Is that all your 5?
the top 5.
No. And the last one, I'm gonna dedicate that one to my wife. 5 Heartbeats.
Oh, that's
okay.
a good Smitty.
Okay.
That boy got gangster with that list. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
They call me Rock Stone. That's one of my favorite movies, bro, of all time, man.
Yeah.
House of Love.
Nah, you know the line though. You know what the line is, man. You want my spot, Flash? You want my spot? Well, you can't have it because you ain't got it. You're trying to riff like me. Dude, that's my movie, man, all day.
Hey, MJ, that's a good one. Hustling Flow. That's a good one.
That's a good one, too. See, don't do that, Smitty. Don't do that. See, you doing what James does. Oh, let me tell you another one.
He
outside
just
my
said
top
it
5.
was a good one. He didn't add it to the list.
Oh, no, my list straight.
His
I ain't
list
even-
is his
All
list.
right.
And it's a good list. It's a great
James,
list.
no, look, Big Game will put, my honorable mention. You know which one I really wanted to put on. That's what he do. That's how he cheats people. He's a cheater. He's a cheater. Cheater. Big Low, what you got, man?
Okay. Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle soundtrack. It did go pretty hard. Same OG. Are You That Somebody? Let's Ride, Montel Jordan.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then let's go. Let's slow it down. Go waiting to exhale. Got to slow that thing down a little bit. Shoot, baby.
Hey, don't get him and his wife started, man. Yeah,
We're not trying to. We're not
Turn
trying
it
to.
Yeah, turn it out. Don't tell Rona I said that.
Then let's see. Then we're gonna go with let's go with Space Jam. That Space Jam soundtrack was hit. It
That's a
had
good one.
For You I Will and Come On and Slam and Welcome to it has some jams on there now. Hit them high, hit them low, hit them
And JT Money, yeah.
Yeah, had that sexy on yeah. And then see, I was talking to my wife about this. Oh, see, she gonna listen to it now, Smith.
Oh Lord, she in the comment box. Y'all don't
She gonna
start.
listen to it now. I went a little bit different for my fourth one.
Mhm.
So for the fourth one, I went with Jackson 5, American Dream soundtrack.
That's
I don't
a
know
good
if that's cheating or not.
That's a good one. That's a throwback. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a
Boy,
good one.
okay.
Okay, I didn't know if that was cheating or not.
They ain't
But-
cheating.
No,
It's a
Okay,
soundtrack.
okay.
It's a
Okay.
soundtrack. It classified.
Okay, and then the Bodyguard soundtrack. That's I gotta ride with that.
Yeah.
I gotta get ready. Just a few.
We
My
can't
bad.
pay
My
for-
bad.
Yeah, we
Hey,
can't
no,
pay for that.
don't
Big Low. do
apologize.
that.
You know what? Because I think you can take almost any movie Whitney Houston was in and
Yes.
list that soundtrack, and no one
Yeah.
can really argue with you. So that's a
Yeah,
good.
for Sparker was lit too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, the preacher's wife,
I
bro.
didn't think about it.
Boy,
Oh.
that's that one. That's that one I had written down,
Dang.
and I was like, man. Hey, let's see
All right.
what Coach Ronnie said.
No, don't do
Hey,
that.
don't be talking about my things, Smitty.
I'm trying to save friendships up here, man. Don't do that.
Hey,
I'm trying to save friendships.
Here at Big Game Sports Buzz, we bring and keep everyone together until it.
Hey, man.
She used to it, man. I clown all the time.
We're trying to
She
save
used to
friendships.
Okay. So we let our guests go, Jay. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now. And like I said,
Go for it.
mine was a little bit to the left, I think, for some, but
Yeah.
it's my soundtracks and it's what I like. And you know me, I start in reverse order. So number 5
Of
for
course.
me was The Best Man. I like The Best Man
that's solid.
soundtrack. So you think
That's
about
solid.
that. You got,
Okay.
you got that Lauryn Hill and that Bob Marley mix mashup they did together. Turn your lights down low. Man, awesome. You know what I'm saying? You got that Maxwell joint. I Was My Girl. Dude, that was a great soundtrack to me. So, Best Man. Not gonna
Yeah.
talk too long for that. Number 4, Men in Black. That's right. I said it.
That's dope.
Will Smith, Men in Black. And the first
That's
time
dope.
I really went back and listened to the entire soundtrack, I heard this song. These dudes performed on BET Comic View. they sung a song called Erotic City. I said, what the heck is that on?
I heard that one.
Told you, Erotic City, baby. And I went and listened to it. It was on the Men in Black soundtrack. And then, of course, here come the Men in Black. Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Men in Black. Number 4 for me. Number 3, Brown Sugar. I like the whole movie, man. I like the way they did it. I wasn't really a Mos Def fan going into that conscious kind of rap, but the soundtrack did something different for me, man. So I'm gonna tap my hat off to Brown Sugar and the had some stuff on there.
The whole soundtrack, Neo Soul personified. That whole soundtrack.
Yes, sir. And it changed. So it opened up a whole new genre to me. That's what I feel like. When I got Brown Sugar, I was like, okay, I got to get out of some of this old JT Money and you know what I'm saying, some other stuff. I had to get into some So it did that for me. Brown Sugar was my number 3. Number 2. Hey, I'm gonna drop the mic when they said it. Waiting to exhale from a white. Hey, shoot, and then the Mary J. Blige joint on there, man.
Oh
you know
dude, I'm going down. Stayed on the charts for a long time.
Hey, man, but Waiting to Exhale was just like, boy, it was dumb, stupid, fresh, all at the same time. And I knew in college, I ain't gonna tell that secret right now, but I knew if that soundtrack came on, man, everybody was gonna smile at the apartment that night. You know what I'm saying?
You better not say that wrong. Aisha gonna be standing around there.
Go ahead.
I was one smiling.
What?
Okay, and then my number 1
to borrow Big Low. Come on, Bo. Come on, bro.
My number 1 is Above the Rim. Death Row released all they West Coast rappers and everybody else on that, and then Jay was telling me, guys, that one song can't make no soundtrack, but that song "Pain" by Tupac on Above the Rim, dog. I put that on. I went on the football field. I took faces off. I mean, it was just one of them things where it could touch your soul in so many different ways. Yeah. And that was just one song. It brought us one of the greatest. Warren G and Nate, the Regulators. I mean, come on, man. SWV, anything, man. That song.
And that H-Town. That H-Town still be riding.
One time. Hey, man. Shoot. So Above the Rim, dog. That's my number 1.
Man, that's a lot of man moving right there. I know if you listening, check the YouTube on Top 5 to see Big Game moving all that man. That's a lot of man moving.
Hey, before you go, Jay Stars, the one I thought about that is a sleeper, and that's a thin line between love and hate.
See? It's a great one, but he's cheating.
Somebody somewhere, that's where my crew.
See, that's how we do. They just cheat.
Boy.
That's why they friends. I see that.
You can do top 5 me any day because you got some honorable mentions just like I do. See,
honorable
mentions. You can't even blame me today. You can't
even blame me.
I can't. I can't, but he's a guest.
Me and James been friend 8 years, so we kind of.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. I see that. All right, look. I don't put mine in any particular order because that's just not how I do things. I agree with you. Above the Rim, that's already on my list. That's probably on like 85% of people's list if they've ever seen or heard of the movie. For me, I actually went old school. Man, Superfly.
I thought about that.
With Curtis.
I thought about that one. Curtis Mayfield. Yeah.
I mean, dude. That's just, I put that vinyl on. I just let it ride until it go, and you got to flip it over and then just let it go again.
So you got to upgrade your player so that needle go up by itself and the arm go back over, dog. It's okay though.
You still got that 8-track in the gremlin.
I like the workout.
All right.
Next for me, Boys in the Hood. That was one I loved that soundtrack, man. It was just something about it, and I was like, okay, look, West Coast, Thin Line was definitely on one of those, man. Men's Society was another one. I was like, man, that's a great soundtrack on West Coast. But if I had to say, look, there's one, I'm doing the James, I'm doing the Smitty, I'm mentioning all the other ones. Boys in the Hood.
You're a hypocrite right now.
It's okay. Boys in the Hood.
That's what Cowboy fans is.
Don't do that. Don't do that. See? I told you, there are 2 types of fans. Those who love the Cowboys and root and those who
finish your list.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. All right. For my next one, man, look, Purple Rain. I can listen to that all the way through and back. And I had that on tape and I got it on vinyl. So, and I did have the special, where it just flipped over and went back. But, Purple Rain, man, that's a soundtrack to me that I listen to all. There are no skips on that one. No. And this one, look.
I'm mad I forgot that one.
You should be. Here's the deal. I know what's about to happen, but that's okay. When I mentioned my last one, The Lion King. Now look, folks.
I ain't mad at you.
I'll give you that, dog. I'll give you that.
That one of the best animated movies ever made.
Yeah.
Ever made.
I ain't mad at you.
Lion King, the original, man, look. Be prepared. Can't wait to be king. Bruh, I mean.
Hakuna Matata.
There you go.
People would king ye out of body. King ye out of body.
You know what I'm saying? The lion sleeps tonight. Listen, man. Nobody knew what Hakuna Matata meant before that movie, and now they got it on T-shirts, and people still say it to this day. So to me, Lion King.
That Disney movies in general, though, man. They be putting it down on the tracks.
I'm really mad at you right now, Ron. Ron says he has never seen the movie. Something is wrong with you. And
I've seen that movie, and I'm not exaggerating 100 times.
All day.
See, Coach Ron, she said Lion King was music because I was trying to prepare before. She was like, you can't be using those other movies because they're musical. No. I was like, but no, that's a good soundtrack. But
it's a great soundtrack.
Hey man,
I agree with you. I agree with you, brother. I agree with you.
It's a good soundtrack. 5 Heartbeats.
Purple. Is that Color Purple soundtrack? I ain't heard it.
I ain't even know they had it.
You don't hop on me. I ain't heard the soundtrack.
I just know the famous lines. That's all I know.
I mean, because you got the sister, right? Sister.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then
maybe God is trying to tell you something, but I ain't just put on the Color Purple soundtrack and rolled out to it.
Nah, me neither. Yeah.
Hey, Ron Lamb, you crazy as hell for that one, dog.
That's something you listen to cleaning up the house.
That's something you listen to when you picking peas, when you cleaning the peas out.
Next somebody gonna say you gotta bust up a shiffer roll to listen to
bust up a shiffer roll.
I ain't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, boy, y'all are crazy.
I'm building me a home. Man, look. Let me say this, man. First of all, thank you so much to Smitty from Smitty Sports Machine, and of course, Big Low Country from Low Country Sports. Man, y'all made this an absolute blast. Make sure y'all support these guys on Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube, and of course, Low Country Sports on YouTube, Facebook. You can catch them also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all the other places that you catch your podcasts. These brothers are doing tremendous work. Thank you again to everybody that came through. We so much appreciate y'all being here. Make sure that you like, subscribe, ring the bell. Big Game Sports Buzz. Yo, big things are going and happening for us. Big Game Extra Point will now actually be its own vlog, and we have a website that you can see, and we're going to have that in the YouTube for you, right? www.biggamesportsbuzz.wixsite.com/my site. But, yo, we'll have that in the link for you so you can check that out. We'll have vlogs for you, Cowboys Connection, as well as Big Games Extra Point and all the little stuff that we like to do. But we definitely want to thank you on behalf of Big Game, James, Jay Soggs. We will now be on ASAP Plus, All Sports, All Players Sports Network starting next week. So we're very excited to be a part of that family. So shout out to Freddie and Jay and all those guys over there. We're so excited to be a part of the ASAP family. Man, you can catch us there. We'll let you know Thursday, 6 o'clock. We should be back next week at our regular time and maybe some other times as well. So check us out. Big Game. What you got for us, man?
Hey, man, again, I want to thank my boy Smitty, my boy Big Low for coming on and helping us kick off this new year the right way. Follow us on all social media outlets. That is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and like Jay said, the website as well. We'll be posting that. Thank y'all so much. Be easy.
Dope. It's a dope groove.
Yeah. Big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the play